Hey, Pup. Oh, it was a cold night. Oh, goodness. Hey, are you cold? You ready to play? To get warm? You need somebody to run and play with? Yeah? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. You need a belly rub? Oh, goodness. Cold. Yeah, it's a cold morning. It's pretty out. You're pretty. You're playful. Woo! What is this about? What is this about? What is this about? Ooh. More belly rubs. All right, Pup. The sun is beautiful. Grass is glistening. Are you playing with your food? Hello. Good morning. Say good morning. Good morning, Mama. You don't know what the gloves are, do you? Let's hear you. Mama. Mama. Already had your food. Let's check the rest of this water. It keeps freezing. Good morning, Red. What do you think about it? Good morning, Red. Let's see what's going on inside the coop. Take a look. Everyone's swarming, toasty in here. Good morning, ladies. Where is everyone? There you are. Making messes. Need to lay an egg. Good doggy strong. Is it warm in here, ladies? You staying warm? Check in the greenhouse, high tunnel, whatever you want to call it. Let's see how things are going there. Hey guys, good morning. So, I showed you a little bit of what I was doing this morning. Had actually already fed everything, grain and corn and hay, and broke waters already once this morning. But then I was just coming back out here to make sure their water was not frozen again. And so while I'm out here, I just can't help but think, as I was coming out this last morning or two, like how quickly it can seem like the seasons have changed. As far as it got really cold, much colder than what it usually does around here. We usually don't see it being this cold until until probably January and February is when we usually see 20s. So for it to be November, December and have these temps is a little unusual, but I feel like we had a pretty normal summer. So I think we're going to have a pretty, what I would consider what used to be a normal winter for Tennessee. I know as a kid, I was used to it being really cold, and then over the last 10 years, it's been substantially warmer in the wintertime for us here in Tennessee, and I feel like we've slowly started to go back to normalizing a little bit and having a more normal feeling summer. And so with that, if we get a more normal feeling winter, it will probably be cold. So who knows? Anyway, so as I was coming out and feeding everything just changes a lot as you go into the winter time. I personally find a lot of beauty in all the frost everywhere. I tend to wander around like a weirdo in my pajamas and big jacket and everything in the morning and take random pictures of things that have frost on it because I think it's beautiful and I love to look at it, and it's kind of my quiet time. Does that make me crazy that I wander around in 20-degree weather taking pictures? I don't know, maybe it does, but it's what I like to do. The cold doesn't really bother me that much. So anyway, I was just thinking about how much beauty there is in the summertime when all the gardens are huge and beautiful and full and all the bright colored vegetables, and then as you go into fall, you have all the bright colored leaves and everything is changing again. And sometimes we can have a little bit harder time finding the beauty in wintertime outside of the snow. I mean, I'm sure everyone loves to look at a beautiful untouched snow scene, but just the daily winter cold, it can become really hard to see past the cold and the misery and find some things that are beautiful. And I would just like to encourage everyone, not necessarily to go outside and stand around in the cold to find something that is beautiful, but more of an encouragement for you to always, no matter what season you are in, to find things that you can be thankful for and find things that are beautiful, and to think on those things during the day, to find things that are that uplift you, and to think on those things throughout the day, to be looking for those things throughout the day. My kids really enjoyed watching all of the Blue Jays and cardinals that have been in our backyard that were not there before. They've all of a sudden have appeared wanting to be fed, and they've enjoyed that. So maybe it's just as simple as watching the birds out your window. But I just want to encourage you to enjoy every season, and God gave us seasons for a reason. And this time is also a time of, naturally everything is kind of going dormant and resting. And like my chickens that only get a few eggs here and there because it's just the time for their bodies to rest and recuperate. The trees have went dormant. Everything is just, it's a time of rest. I think God gives us that for a reason, because then in the springtime there's a lot we need to rest up for the work ahead of us. And I want to encourage you to think about that in your life, even not necessarily just enjoying each physical season that we are in, as in spring, fall, winter, summer, but to also remember to enjoy each season of life you are in, no matter where you're at in life. Maybe you're in kind of a dead, dry spot where you feel like nothing's really amazing at the moment. Nothing's like, summer garden beautiful in your life at the moment. To find the things that you can be thankful for, and to find the things that you can find beauty in and rest in. And that's just a time in your life where you need to maybe slow down and be more reflective and think more inwardly. And I just want to tell you that it is a good thing to embrace every season and every part of each season. And then on a more realistic note, I've seen a lot of people saying they are not don't feel like they're in the mood for Christmas. They just want it to be over with, or just done with this year. And I want to encourage you to try to rise above that, not whether you celebrate Christmas or anything of that nature or not, but to remember to be live in the moment for every single day that you are given, and remember that that is another day that is a blessing from God, and to remember to be thankful, to remember to enjoy His creation, to remember to just take joy in the little things that He has done for you. And you may be going through lots of struggles, it probably isn't the first time in your life that you went through struggles. Just like this isn't the first winter that I have known that I was going to have to come out every morning and do all the things I'm doing, and it may seem like it's never going to end, but just like summer, winter only lasts for a while, and then springtime seems like it gets here, sooner than what I even imagined that it should. The hard times that you go through in your life, those will be over sooner than what you think they will be, and you will be, before you know it, you'll be in a whole different season in life, and you'll be able to look back on it and know that you got through that, and that will give you the encouragement to do it again. So so as I was sitting out here just looking at these little guys, and I can only see the slightest bit of progress each day. It is nothing like whenever you are planting in the spring, and by summertime you are coming out every day to your plants having grown maybe 6 inches. This is a very slow growth, and actually can cause a little bit of anxiety in me because I'm not used to things growing so slow, and I keep wondering if something's wrong. So I keep taking pictures, and when I look back from every 3 or 4 days, I can actually tell a big difference as I look through the pictures on what has grown and how much it has changed. So I am excited to see what will happen with all of these plants. I have never planted a fall garden before. Flip it back around here. I've never planted a fall garden before, so this can tend to give me a little bit of anxiety because I'm like, what if we did all of this and nothing grows? Oh my goodness, like, what if? And I've kind of learned to realize the things in life that what if this is a epic failure and it doesn't grow the way I wanted it to, well, then I know for next year what not to do. But what if it does grow? What if it does well? What if come January and February we actually have some nice beautiful greens on our table right in the middle of the coldest part of the winter? So the what ifs. Sometimes the what ifs can paralyze us, or they can push us. And so I thought with this, I wanted to push myself. I want to push the boundaries of my garden this year to see. I wanted to see, and that way I know. Maybe a few things will do great and be worth planting every fall, and maybe none of these will do well. So far they're doing okay, but I will never know unless I try. So this year we're going to try it. We're going to see, and we're just going to go with it. And I'll keep you updated because I would love to be able to know so that I can tell others. I know a lot of people have built raised beds like this also this year. So come next fall, if you want to get more use out of them, You know, it's sad, kind of sad to just leave them sitting there all winter, not being useful at all. So we'll see, guys. We will see, and I'll keep everybody updated. And if this works out, maybe something you would like to consider also. We live in East Tennessee. It does get pretty consistently cold here from December through February into the first week or two of March. And so we'll see. I didn't plant any of this until late October. Some of it didn't even get planted till October 30th. It was a full moon. That's the only reason why I remember that, but it was very late. So this has only been growing a month. Considering we've had some very warm weather in November, up in the 70s, so that really helped things. It's chilly. Even inside of here, it's about 10 degrees warmer. The sun's not really up warming it up big time in here, but yeah, maybe 35 degrees in here. Probably like 25 degrees outside. So we will see. I will keep you guys updated. I'm very hopeful that this will work out. We'll see. Little radish is starting to grow. So cute. Over here we've had a couple of rabbits. I've tried to eat them, I believe. Okay guys, so come in here and get warm for a few minutes. It's so cold out. It's very like refreshing. It's always a nice way to get woke up and you know, start your day out. But eventually I'm like, my hands are numb now. I'm ready to come in and get warm. So I've had coffee waiting on me. Isn't that the cutest little mug? I think I got that at the Dollar Tree. Oh, so cute. Come in here and sit down and listen to some music for a few minutes. And we always use these, if you have a smart TV, like you can go on YouTube and you can search for Christmas music with backgrounds. I do the same thing with fall or anytime. So you get all kinds of really cool like backgrounds. I just picked a fireplace one for this morning. I usually leave it playing all morning while the kids are getting up and I'm getting ready to start their day and everything, and I just sit here and I take a few minutes and I either read a devotional for the morning or I just sit and let my brain get ready for the day and think about the things I need to do. And there's another thing I just love about wintertime is that it affords you a little more time to do this type of stuff, because usually in the spring and summer my thoughts are I've got to go outside and get everything that I need to get done for the day done early before it gets too hot out. And so it can kind of be the opposite in the wintertime. And I think that's naturally just kind of supposed to be that way, that we are supposed to have a little more time to reflect in the wintertime. And I just want to encourage you guys too, you know, 2020 is almost over. I keep hearing everyone say that they just can't wait for 2020 to be over. First of all, I'm like, you won't hear me saying that because you don't know what the next year brings. We've all been given the year that we are living in for a reason. We need to embrace it, and we need to learn the lessons we were supposed to learn while we were in it. And so I'll leave you with this last question. As I've talked about a little bit about enjoying the seasons that you're in, 2020 in itself was this whole deal of its own. And I just want to ask you guys and have you really think about it. Did you enjoy this year? As in, did you find ways to make the best of it? Did you continue to be grateful and thankful for what you have throughout this year? And as you look back on this year, are there things that that you wish you'd done differently, or were you pleased with the progress you made for this year? Just like any year, as we're getting ready to go into a new year. But especially this year, you know, we saw people who were like, I love doing less things. I loved spending more time with family. I loved being outside more. I loved slowing down and having less things to do. So are you ending out the year with that same attitude, or have you kind of slipped back into all those old ways that you said that you were going to change? If if the answer is yes, I've continued with that, then yay, good for you. If not, maybe you need to do a quick little reevaluation and see how you can get back where you need to be for the holidays, to spend more time with your family, to slow down, to enjoy the little things more. Anyway, maybe you can spend some time reflecting, and I hope that you have a good holiday season, and God bless.